Minister of Interior and National Administration, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, Minister of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, His Excellency Mr. Juan Antonio Bibang, Minister Special Advisor from Central African Republic, His Excellency Henry Wanzet, Chairperson of the Kenyan Parliamentary Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations, Honorable Nelson Koech, Chiefs of Intelligence and Security Agencies. Honorable Minister, allow me to just mention the names without mentioning, the countries that have representation here today, without necessarily mentioning the names of the heads of delegation. But we have representations at the Director General level from Algeria. We also have representation from Angola, Argentina, Bahrain, Belarus, Benin, Botswana, Brazil, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cameroon, Central African Republic. We have China. We have a representation from CISA, the Executive Secretary. We have Comoros, Congo Brazzaville. We have Cote d'Ivoire. We have Djibouti. We have representation from Dominican Republic, the DRC, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Eswatini. We have representation from IAFLU, from Ethiopia, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau. We have representation from India, Japan, Lesotho, Liberia, Libya, Malawi, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Mozambique, Niger, Nigeria, Romania, Russia, Rwanda, Pakistan, Sao Tome and Principe, Senegal, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Somalia, South Africa, Sudan, Tanzania, Turkey, Uganda, United Arab Emirates, United States of America, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. All this in alphabetical order. Good morning, bonjour, sabal khair, bom dia, buenos dias, hamujambo. Before I start my speech, I would kindly ask we all stand for a minute of silence to remember two DGs that we lost last year, the DG of Mozambique, the late Bernardo Lidimba, and the DG of ISO from Uganda, General Charles Oluka. Please let's stand for a minute of silence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is with pleasure that I welcome you all to the second Mashariki Cooperation Conference taking place here in Naivasha, nestled in the heart of the Great Rift Valley. Naivasha not only showcases the breathtaking beauty of this region, but also embodies the rich diversity of the landscapes that stretch across the Greater Rift Valley. The Greater Rift Valley, referred to as Bonde la Ufa in Swahili, is an impressive geographical feature spanning approximately 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers. It is a series of remarkable interconnected depressions stretching from the southern Turkish Hatay province in Asia, traversing the Red Sea, Ethiopia and Malawi, all the way to Mozambique in Southeast Africa. Naivasha, where we are, also holds a special place in history, having hosted significant national and regional processes over the years, including critical milestones in our constitutional development here in Kenya. This town has played a pivotal role in shaping our journey, and it is my aspiration that we too, through this conference, will contribute to the ongoing narrative of Naivasha as a historic town. Karibuni Naivasha, welcome. Further, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to His Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, for permitting us to host this conference once again. I also extend my thanks to the Honorable Cabinet Secretary for Interior for his presence. The Mashariki Cooperation Conference provides intelligence agencies from across the continent and beyond with a valuable platform to discuss challenges and develop solutions tailored to a collective security threats in Africa. Our theme of consolidating and deepening intelligence cooperation towards regional peace and stability builds upon the resolution of inaugural Mashariki Conference, where, as the intelligence fraternity, we resolve to strengthen partnership in addressing common threats to ensure a peaceful and secure continent. I am therefore honored to underscore that through our joint efforts, we have been able to establish frameworks for timely intelligence sharing and intelligence-led joint operations. We have also undertaken joint technical capacity development and unified efforts towards tackling threats that Africa faces. As the global dynamics rapidly evolve and the threats transmutate to become borderless, leaderless, and unconventional, where the arch of insecurity is experienced at every turn, Africa is facing catastrophic risks with a high degree of randomness, hence the need for enhanced cooperation, which has become necessary and unavoidable. The intelligence fraternity forms the first line of defense against all threats. Therefore, we have been bestowed a solemn responsibility to serve and protect our nations and its citizens against all domestic and foreign threats. Let us therefore honor our solemn call by unifying our efforts against the shared threats that encumber our continent. Critically, the need to embrace African concepts that speak to African development and integration is paramount to facilitate seamless cross-border trade, economic stability, and the free movement of people, goods, and services across the continent. Introspectively, in the face of a fast-evolving and technological-driven world, the continent is contending with tech-related threats, transnational organized crime, terrorism, climate change, and other emerging threats. Notably, terrorist groups have in the past exploited uncertainty to entrench their activities, advance their narratives, and indoctrinate citizens. Additionally, the threat or existence of conflict allows insurgents to rapidly scale up their recruitment, deployment, and rearmament, thereby elevating the threat and gravity of terrorist attacks. In addition, the volatility and instability enables the proliferation of cross-border syndicates that facilitate trafficking in person, narcotics, and arms. Capitalizing on lax security along the borders, these syndicates are emboldened to ramp up their indiscretions and grow their international networks. This is compounded by the influx of refugees who may fall victim to these syndicates or, in extreme circumstances, enable the commission of these crimes. The net effect of these security challenges within our continent are not confined to the borders in which they are contested. Rather, they transcend our shared boundaries. As such, we have a collective duty as Africa committed to the shared prosperity of all member states to agitate for the peaceful resolution of all conflicts. As chief advisors to governments, the intelligence fraternity plays a primary role towards realizing this goal. The deliberation of this conference must therefore serve as the foundation towards sustainable conflict resolution with the aim of enhancing cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, aside from deepening intelligence cooperation, the second Mashariki Cooperation Conference will focus on the opportunities and threats presented by the digital frontier and by extension the impact of digital activism on security. Across the continent, we have witnessed a considerable increase in the use of social media platforms for advocacy and mobilization for civil action. However, this has resulted in the worrying emergence of coordinated and sustained misinformation and disinformation aimed at misguiding citizens, leading them to make poor decisions and fostering misguided perceptions of their governments. This also creates an environment of psychological uncertainty among the populace. Although free speech is vital for our democratic freedoms, it is essential to find a delicate balance between national security and the right to free expression. It would therefore be prudent for us to deliberate on the potential impact of these emergent threats and devise pathways to mitigate these challenges. We are not here to prescribe a one-size-fits-all solution to continental issues, but collectively we can design a future that builds our continent's resilience to external shocks. The conference will also explore strategies for disrupting the interlinkages between technological advancements used to exacerbate threats that face us. Equally, the conference provides us with an opportunity to rethink our African norms that can be used to propel the continent's growth devoid of security challenges. On climate change, induced threats such as food security and resource-based conflicts, our deliberations create a platform to discuss continental-wide strategies to attain food sovereignty through harnessing of natural resources that are in great abundance. This conference also gives an opportunity to establish an African unified position from a security perspective to tackle effects of climate change. As we do this, it is important to bring to light that some of the existing climate change global policies are largely insensitive to the context and the needs of the African countries. Ladies and gentlemen, as we engage on the highlighted issues, I invite you to envision the future of the Mashariki Cooperation Framework that is founded on shared norms and alive to amenable strategies that address complex challenges and threats. That future is also versatile to opportunities that can be harnessed to bridge the divide and cushion vulnerabilities which are rife in the continent. I firmly believe that this framework, as a transnational institution for intelligence cooperation, has the capacity to transform the future outlook of our continent and redefine interregional and interstate collaboration. Once again, I extend my gratitude to all the intelligence security chiefs present here today, as well as all the represented delegations to honoring our invite to this conference. I look forward to the exchange of knowledge and the sharing of our unique experiences to not only strengthen our partnership, but for the peace and security of our continent. As we engage through this conference, I urge you all to contribute extensively towards deepening our cooperation in the face of the emerging threats. I would also like to thank all the subject matter experts present for these deliberations. Your contributions drawn from your expertise will undoubtedly enrich our discussion and inform robust decision-making. In conclusion, we are joined at this conference by numerous countries from outside our continent, highlighting the reality that the world has become interconnected. Threats are no longer limited by borders. It is imperative that we collaborate, which is why we have invited representatives from other nations to share their experiences. These insights will broaden our understanding of how to address various challenges. As I said earlier, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Thank you all, and I hope you will have a pleasurable stay in this town. I urge you all to take time to enjoy the sights and sounds of the town and surroundings here, from the numerous hiking trails on Mount Longonot to the boat rides on Lake Naivasha and the boundless flower fields of the Naivasha flower farms. I hope that you're all well settled, and where we've fallen short, we apologize, and we will try to attend to the various needs. May you therefore witness the grace and divine beauty of the Great Rift Valley, which we've attempted to offer here. Thank you, and God bless you. I now have the